Anyway, here's a new enemy type. Kakinbatang. Shoot it once to wake it up, and if it gets near you, it drops its shield. Well, yeah. Little flowery nuisance. Oops, but yeah, that was a bad move. And then we're invaded by shinies. And I completely missed. Betrayed by shinies. Why? Okay, finally the Changy Dragon. And I cannot believe I let myself get hit by that. I'm certainly not slowing down for you guys. Oh, almost forgot about you. Well, that was mean. The shark lasers hurt a lot. Though, of course, for me, well, I can't afford to take even one hit anyway. Kinda like that one. Yay! Oh, goody, and it's our old friend Hanabiran. Just who we wanted to see, only not really. Bugger! That's right, this stage throws every mini-boss in the game after you. Oh, well, way to pay attention, me. That was brilliant! Well done! So the tail end isn't so bad. You just have to keep dodging the homing missiles or shooting them down. And completely fail. Yeah, fail is good. That's always a good option. Just who we wanted to see. Except, well, not really. Frickin' flower. I'm certainly not stopping for you guys. Yes, I am. Wah! Time your attacks well. Know just how much clearance you have around the lasers, and don't get greedy with shots. Ah! Frickin' shark! So, yeah, this one was tricky to get through. It took quite a few attempts. But the thing is, Fake Man himself really wasn't the problem. It was just the bloody length of the stage and how many enemies they throw at you. For those reasons, I give Fake Man an 8 out of 10. The stage is just brutal. I mean, throwing every mid-boss in the game after you. Hanabiran is bad enough, but with the other three? And as if that's not enough, to also throw in the Shark Submarine. A wily stage boss with 3 health bars. That's just uncalled for. Seriously, the first time I got to that area in this stage, when I was playing it on my own before doing the recordings, my immediate reaction was, seriously? The shark? After all that, and that's not even the boss yet? So, yeah, that's just insane. After all that, Fake Man admittedly almost feels a little disappointing. A lot of people were really expecting the boss of this stage to be Bass. But Fake Man is, I don't know, it's kind of a fun fight, but at the same time, very predictable once you know his pattern. Once you realize that he does the same pattern every single time with his 6 shots. So once you learn to stay in the middle of the room to have the most area to dodge it, he becomes pretty easy. Now the first few times it can still be a little frantic to learn his abilities and his patterns. This is made worse by the fact that since you can only play this stage in time trial mode, there's no camping outside his gate with extra lives to practice him as many times as you want. You get 1 shot per run of the stage and that's it. So, he can be a little tricky that way, but once you learn him, he's really easy. So, 8 out of 10 for Fake Man. And with that, my perfect runs of Mega Man 9 are well and truly finished. So with this game, it kind of seems like Capcom really wanted to return to the roots of classic Mega Man. And as someone who grew up with the series, I applaud that move and I think they did an amazing job with it. So much about this game just made me so happy. The return to the 8-bit look for one thing, just the stylistic look of it. I absolutely loved that. It makes me so happy that they're doing Mega Man 10 in that style too. Yes, for those wondering, I do indeed plan to do Mega Man 10 Perfect Runs. Once I've had the game for a little while, once it's actually released and I've had some time to enjoy it on my own for a while. But yes, rest assured, Mega Man 10 Perfect Runs will eventually happen. So also in this game, the weapon system, it seemed a good bit more balanced than in a lot of other games. None of the weapons in this game really felt like a who would ever use this kind of weapon. They all truly had their purposes beyond just being the weakness of one single boss. So they did a good job with that. The music in this game is just incredibly catchy. My gods, they returned to an 8-bit style soundtrack, and the music is amazing. I loved it. Every stage I played doing the Perfect Runs just, without fail, got stuck in my head for a couple of days afterwards. And that's when you know you have a great soundtrack. So, yes, Mega Man 9 actually is probably one of my favorites in the series. That's how good a job I think they did with it. I love the challenge system too. Granted, there are a few I still have not yet unlocked. Ironically, this is actually the closest I've ever had to a Mr. Perfect file. Sometime on my own, I might actually try the Wily stages, but using Robot Master weapons. Regardless, that's for another day. With that, I think this is pretty much the end. Thank you very much for watching. As always, my thanks to all my fans. For those wondering, my next project is probably going to be Mega Man Battle Network 2. And for those who want some variety, after that, I promise I'll do something non-Mega Man. Regardless, I hope you continue to watch, I hope you continue to enjoy my videos. Thank you very much, and until next time, fare thee well. So, after all that, I think it's time to enjoy some nice fan art. This came in from 342 Bruno. Every perfect runner's nightmare, no lie. And Bright Man freezing the action, so Mega Man has that moment to contemplate his utter destruction. I knew he was evil! So if normal 1-ups are evil, what happens if you pick up a 1-up styled after Quickman? Well, according to Sakani17, bad things. Very bad things. Yeah, Quickman's head is evil enough while he's wearing it. This came in from Juno the Fox, a rather stylistic version of Jewelman EXE. This one has a very entrancing, mysterious look to it. I rather like that. And a nice big ring he can use as a shield. Interesting. Brawl Kid 6 sent in a simple threat from Plugman. Yeah, sorry, you won't be back. Not unless someone finds a definitive pattern against you. Then maybe there's cause for revenge. But until then, goodbye, we're done. This came in from VG Master 78, a cute little chibi me holding a gem. Eep, I'm naked! Moving on. On the subject of shiny gems, Joe & Son sent this in. It seems I have a new pet met, and it's every bit as shiny as I could ever hope for. I also got 2 new comics in from the ever-productive Gian Watch. First, a comic inspired by a few comments that led to the belief that perhaps Quickman was the one who ended up creating Hanabiran. Perhaps he has a green thumb. Well, Gian Watch did warn me about the danger of giving him ideas. Meanwhile, the O'Reilly Owl and Rumia can have incredibly thought-out conversations. So intelligent, so amazing, that they can blue screen your computer and destroy the entire internet. Wonderful! Finally, this came in from Mega Beta Man, and suffice it to say, I'm afraid this is just so incredibly massive, there's just no conceivable way I could display this and give it the visual recognition that it would deserve in these videos, so suffice it to say, this will be up on my site for better detail, but what he's done here is he's creating a stage for me. From my understanding, this is still kind of a work in progress, but it looks very cool so far, I love it. So, yes, with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be on break now for about a week before starting up the next project. So, until then, fare thee well.